Beautiful. I think we are live here. Yes. Well, hi, everybody. This is Nicole Ofelia from this page, Conoce to Know Yourself. And I'm doing an out of a minute an spontaneous Facebook Live with here Emmanuel Kerr. Emmanuel, how are you? Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. You know, the universe conspired to make this happen because we were thinking about recording this, but the universe said, and we were inspired by this action to go live today. So guys, we're here, we're listening, we want to talk completely impromptu, but it's very necessary. We feel that there was a message, and we don't know what the message is, but it's going to come out through this conversation. So thank you for joining us. And thank you.
Yes, Emmanuel. Yes, thank you for being here. I'm honored and very excited to do this out of the last minute, out of a spur of the moment. So I was inspired when I saw you Facebook Live about a week and a half ago about talking about the great conjunctions. And he just really inspired me, and I got touched with what you're saying. I got connected with you when you were talking, and I think the world needs to hear more about this. And I would love for you to share here today.
Absolutely. By the way, everyone, I'm from Australia, and I felt so much energy and push to find a very unique place, and I found a ley line, and they're energy grid lines. And I needed to connect to the Mother Earth on the 21st of December. And for those of you who don't know, there was a great shift, a great conjunction. And we have them every 20 or so years. But there was something special about this one. It was the end of the Piscean age, and we're bringing in the Aquarian energy, 5D consciousness to the planet. And it was very significant. There was so much talk about what was happening. In Australia here, there are a lot of preparations from local Aboriginal tribes, and there was a big meditation done at Uluru or Ayers Rock in the middle of Australia to unite. There's a huge meditation done, and I felt like I needed to do something. I could feel the energy that there was something shifting, and to be honest, I've been feeling this massive shift. We've got a powerful moon in our skies at the moment, and the more I researched, the more not just researched outwardly but inwardly, Nicole, I found out there was something going on inside of me. I found there was an energy shift within me, and I realized, we're all energetic beings, but there was something cosmically and galactically happening. And ultimately, we're just one. We're made up of the same star particles, and we're feeling the energy of the impulse of everything on our planet. There was something special. There's a big shift happening. We're learning to connect with the higher frequencies. And those of you who are really aware, you're going to notice some big changes happening in your life.
Yes, absolutely. I've been feeling people who I speak around and with other people, they're all just feeling a little bit, all these changes and pulls and push. And I think, it's the world, we're getting more maybe unified, or getting to maybe feeling all this shifting in ourselves to maybe I call it evolutionate. What?
Thank you, Nicole. Evolution is like coming to know your true self. And as we're leaving this old age, all this 3D consciousness, it's ego-based, fear-based, worry-based, all this illusion, the separation from who you truly are, it's dissipating, it's evaporating. We're moving to an energy where you're knowing yourself, knowing your true spiritual divinity and where you are. And as you know yourself, you're going to connect more with your intuition. You're going to connect more with the God that speaks to and through you, and you express it. You're no longer going to be listening to what the news is telling you, or what the media, or what other fear-based conversations. You're going to start listening to the quiet voice that has always been there. It's always talking to us. The difference is you're going to start connecting to it more. Ultimately, you've got a choice. You can reject everything that's saying. But for those who are going to really prosper and really develop and really, almost like lightning speed, accelerate your manifestation, your results, your abundance, your love, your health. If you want to manifest that, you want to listen to this information. You want to learn more about who you truly are. As Shakespeare wrote, "To thine own self be true." And we're moving to the energy of I am. I trust the energy. Speak confidently. And that's why when you asked me, Nicole, to speak this, and especially doing a Facebook Live, which is completely wonderful because it's so organic and very important, we're speaking our truth. There's nothing filtered, it's raw. And I'm feeling so much inspiration to wake people up. Come and join us. Come and join this deepening awareness of who you truly are. Then you won't be pushed around by all these other illusions, the old programming. The old world has collapsed. You know, a lot of people are saying that 2012 was the end of the Mayan calendar, but a lot of researchers found out that's not actually true. It actually ended last week on the 21st. The Aboriginals, I mentioned earlier, the Aboriginals in Australia have been planning for this for decades. Their elders have been talking about this big shift. The golden age, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it, we're moving into that energy. The old illusion is fading away. And this is why it's so important to know who you are. When you know who you are, you're going to know who you're not. And you're not going to allow all the low vibrations to push you around. Like they pushed you around, they pushed the generations around before you. It's time to be free. You've got to be, if I got to be free, I've got to be me. And have free, you know, freedom is the ultimate goal of the soul. We're here to be truly autonomous, free thinking, feeling, spirits. And as you do that, you're going to manifest everything that's on that frequency. It's so wild. It's so powerful. We're just dipping our toes in the water right now, Nicole, in this frequency. But it's here. It's here with us for the next 2,000 years. So we've got a choice. We can evolve or de-evolve or stagnate. The only truth there is out there is growth. Nothing is constant. We're here to grow and expand.
Yes, it's true. You know, either we're growing. The way I learn it and I see it is either you're growing or you're going backwards. You're not right, not staying steady. So that's why it's so important to keep moving forward.
Nicole, I've just noticed, sorry, I just wanted to add, I've noticed a huge shift in the last week. You know, it's been holiday period and a lot of gatherings between friends and family. I've just noticed a big shift within me. Conversations where I normally would sit there and nod my head, I had to walk away or I had to stop the paradigm and I had to speak my truth. And this is the energy speaking the truth, trusting the energy and expressing yourself instead of hiding. I used to hide and say, you know, nod my head and listen to nonsense, but I can't do that anymore. I just feel like it's too important. This beautiful crystal energy, this beautiful 5D awareness is exciting. It's a beautiful place to live. It's cooperation, it's sharing, it's abundance, it's happiness, it's freedom, and it's joy. Every day is joy, you know. Thoughts are joyful. Being out in nature is joyful. Our lives are joyful. We're here to have a happy life. You know, the world might tell you otherwise, you know, conditioning. I used to be a teacher and I taught all over the world and I realized that the education's the same, the conditioning's the same on every corner of the planet. But the goal of every soul is the same. All kids want to be happy. They want to be seen. They want to express themselves. And not just kids, but adults want to do it too. It's time to get off the assembly line and get in touch with who you truly are. You're all unique, you're all different, and that's wonderful.
Yeah. I love what you're saying. It's so true, Emmanuel. It's so essential to get to know ourselves, to be able to free ourselves. I love that word, freeing yourself. We sometimes end up covering ourselves into this mask or these images of what we think that we should be or we should act or we should say, and then we're not being true to ourselves. So it's okay to come out. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to say no to things. It's okay to say yes to things. It's okay to show who you really are. Nobody's perfect, you know. We all how we are, and it's important to, you know, be patient with ourselves. You know, be compassionate, and if you are compassionate or loving to yourself, you can be the same with others.
So true.
It's I guess it's I'm inspired with what you said last week when I heard you. It's like it's important to share these things, because not everybody talks about these things, or feel like they should be talking about these things. During the holiday, there's a lot of, energies pushing and pulling, and family or relatives or friends as well could be in a very kind of stressful, and with all what's going on in the world right now. But it's very important to just look internally, take our time in look inside. So as you mentioned,
Yeah. When the chicken can't go back into the egg when it hatches, and that's the same. You can't go back once you become more aware. You move from a state of ignorance into awareness, and guess what? What is enlightenment? It's realizing you don't know anything. So be open to everything. Have an open heart, and be willing to learn. A lot of people, have this vaccination approach to learning and learn. They think, I've gone to college, I've got this degree, I'm done, I've learned all I need to do. And anything I do need to know, I can watch the news. You've got to have that open heart. And when you realize that, that's when greater wisdom comes to you. When you declare to the universe, you don't know anything, there's more, and be an open heart. I've got so much to learn. I've been blessed to work with Bob Proctor, and he's just the granddaddy. He's inspired people like Tony Robbins, Vishal Lakhani to start Mind Valley.
yeah,
So many people.
it's amazing. Yeah,
He's just a phenomenal example of a great spirit. He's inspired me. I'm so grateful for his awareness. I'm grateful for my awareness, because it's not about Bob. It's about me. It's about you. It's about everyone who's listening. You are incredible. You are all incredible. You've got to learn to trust this little quiet voice within. And that can be so abstract, because you say, yeah, I get this. I understand it. I know it. And I've heard this a lot, Nicole. I know this, but why haven't you changed it? Because it's a vibration. We're trying to alter our vibration and it's a combination of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. So if you're thinking, yeah, I know this, but inwardly you're thinking, oh, how am I going to pay this month's rent? Or I don't know, there's something conflicting. You're going to get the negative polarity out of life. So it's really maintaining that strong essence in your vibration. It's faith. Our great sacred teachers have spoken about this. They've all dressed it up in different religious forms, but it's through faith, complete believing, seeing. You trust the God that you are. You trust the energy that flows to and through you. You don't second guess yourself. You align yourself. And as you do that, you attract more of that frequency. You feel that frequency. It's moving within the natural laws of the earth. The earth has gone through a big shift. In Australia, earlier in the year, we had the giant bushfires, and they were pretty big. The earth was releasing a lot of things. It was going through a big shift. And so many other things have happened on the planet. A lot of releasing. The earth is transitioning from a 3D planet to a 5D planet. Great, what does that mean? If you want to move with Mother Earth, if you want to be in the flow of the natural rhythms of the universe, and these are not man-made, so they can't be altered by man, start releasing things in your life that are in harmony. This way you're moving within the flow of the earth. The earth is releasing. You start releasing things in your life. It kind of got me and my wife thinking, we were talking about selling our home and moving to a place that was more in frequency. We did it. We sold our home like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And we thought we need to start moving within the natural laws of the universe. The earth has released. It's time for us to release. And there's that beautiful idea that nature abhors a vacuum. When you release something, you invite something into your life, something that's beautiful, even better. So you jump and you trust that something better is on the way. Expect a miracle out of life. You don't get what you want out of life, you get what you expect. So expect the very best, and it's through faith. You don't expect and then secretly you're hiding out thinking, I don't believe it's going to happen. That's 3D consciousness. You truly it's transcendence, it's evolution.
I love it. I love it. Just wanted to say here to the audience, the reasons why I do these interviews is so people from wherever they're watching, they get to see a different perspective. People that are interviewed here are from different countries, different religions, different ideas, and everything that is gonna help see things from a different angle, from a different perspective, that are going to be motivation for you or inspiration for you, in the physical, mental, and spiritual field. So I hope this helped you. This is just a last minute inspiration to do this live. And thank you, Emmanuel, for being such a great sport of doing this with me. We were talking and we were going to pre-record, and you know what? It feels right to do this. And I couldn't agree with you more. Than we're shifting, with moving, we're going forward, releasing things that are negative, getting rid of that and making space for the good that is within us, because everything is within us as well. So being able to connect to our higher being, the universe, or whatever one of your beliefs is. This is not about a religious, but about connecting with whatever is your belief, to be better, to do better, to be inspired or motivating other people as well. So anything else that would you like to share here, Emmanuel, before we close it up?
Nicole, I want to say thank you to everyone. What you do, it reminds me of the story, Plato's allegory of the cave. What you were doing here, and for those of you who don't know that story, it's an interesting story, because it talks about how there were some people living underground and they only see the world through shadows. They see shadows of animals. They don't know what they are. And it's a good metaphor of our times, because we see all these things from the outside instead of living inwards. And then until one of them, they actually leave the cave, and then they realize that the shadows were real things and they could see differently. They shifted their consciousness, and he went back into the cave, and he told others, and the others were saying, "Are you crazy? The world's not like that. It's shadows. It's very low dense." And it's about evolution. What we're doing here is about evolving, about being happy, shifting the paradigm that's being impressed upon you, like a computer operating system. Too many people are using Windows 94 right now. It's time to upgrade. Windows 94 is not going to work right now. Upgrade. Learn who you are. That's what it's about. Nicole, thank you so much.
Love it. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here. You're such an inspiration. And I would love to have you next time. Maybe we can speak more about I know you do your coaching, and you've been with guidance with Bob Proctor, and so much more to learn and to hear you talk. But thank you so much for your time. And until next time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
To the audience. Until next time. Let's see here.